Welcome to the Media Outlet, the show where you can plug into all the latest entertainment news. My name is Kaylin Brown and I am your host. Let's get this show started. First off is movie news. This week, we are going to cover the movies that are being shown at the local movie theater, The Hangar. First up is Sully. This movie is about the true story of Chesley Sullenberger, who became a hero after gliding his plane along the water in the Hudson River, saving all of the airplane flight's 155 crew and passengers. This movie stars Tom Hanks and is directed by Clint Eastwood, who also directed American Sniper and $1 Million Baby. Now, I don't know about you, but Clint Eastwood and Tom Hanks have always made amazing films, so this is definitely a movie I'm excited for. Next is Bridget Jones' Baby. Bridget's focus on single life and her career is interrupted when she finds herself pregnant, but with one hitch. She can only be 50% sure of the identity of the baby's father. This movie stars Renee Zellweger and Colin Firth. I have always loved the Bridget Jones Diaries movies, especially Renee Zellweger. She always brings so much love and laughter to her movies, so I'm excited about this one too. Next is Blair Witch. After discovering a video showing what he believes to be his vanished sister Heather, James and a group of his friends head to the forest believed to be inhabited by the Blair Witch. This is the chilling sequel to the Blair Witch Project that scared the entire world back in 1999. According to IMDb, the film had a budget of $5 million, and within the opening weekend, the film brought in almost $10 million. As for me, I don't care how much money the film brings in. It scares me, the movie scared me, and I don't really want to see it. But you guys make your own choice. Next, Storks. Storks has moved on from delivering babies to packages, but when an order for a baby appears, the best delivery stork must scramble to fix the error by delivering the baby. The film includes the voices of Andy Samberg and Jennifer Aniston. I've always loved these cute little family films, so I'm super excited about this one. Finally, The Magnificent Seven. 7 gunmen in the Old West gradually come together to help a poor village against savage thieves. This film has a star-studded cast, including Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, and Haley Bennett. I've seen a lot of remakes of this movie before, so I'm not really sure how this one's going to turn out, but I'm excited to check it out. Make sure you get to the Hangar to watch these awesome films. Now, we're going to take it to Andrew Johnson for his movie review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Let's see what he has to say.
My name is Andy Johnson. I hope you guys are enjoying Media Outlet. I am here to give you guys my review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. This film came out in early June in theaters, but now it's coming out on Blu-ray, Blu-ray 3D, 4K Blu-ray, and DVD. I will talk about what I liked and then give you guys an overall score.
Out of the Shadows takes place about a year after the 2014 film. Shredder has escaped from police custody with help from his Foot Clan and scientist Baxter Stockman. Shredder recruits Rocksteady and Bebop to help combat the threat to their plans. Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo, with help from April O'Neil and newcomer Casey Jones, will try and stop Shredder and his clan.
This film focuses solely on the turtles. In Out of the Shadows, you get to see the turtles with their personalities that they've had since the beginning. You also see them as 4 brothers. Out of the Shadows doesn't necessarily have as much action as its predecessor, but I believe that it has more meaningful action.
For my third reason, it doesn't really need an explanation. Just watch the clip from the film.
You got bogeys on the bus. Okay, hit the button.
What button? There are a million buttons.
Number 3, number 3.
3.
Overall, if you were going into Ninja Turtles thinking that you're going to have a hour-long discussion afterwards on the merits of everybody that was involved, you came to the wrong movie. This is a film for people who just want to turn off their brains for a couple hours and just enjoy a movie about 4 brothers who love their city. So I give this film an 8.5 out of 10. My name is Andy Johnson for the Media Outlet, and this has been my review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, which is out now on Blu-ray, Blu-ray 3D, 4K Blu-ray, and DVD. Now I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio. Take it away.
That's nice of them to say goodbye.
Thank you for that review, Andrew. Now, I personally have never seen these movies, but I know of so many people that are super excited. And now, we need to discuss the depressing news that hit the entertainment world. The divorce of Brangelina. Everyone, stay calm. I know this is a tragedy. If I'm telling some of you this for the first time, I apologize. It's gonna be okay. Moment of silence, please. Okay. Now, we're gonna talk about the media outlet's Celebrity of the Week. The celeb of the week is Jennifer Aniston because she will be the only one benefiting from this divorce. All is fair in love and war. Jennifer Aniston is voicing one of the main characters in the new animated film called Storks. Let's take a look at that trailer. Now it's time for us to take a break. We'll be right back with the media outlet. Welcome back to the media outlet. Let's talk about music news. This week, the top 5 songs on Billboard's The Hot 100 are: at number 5, Don't Let Me Down by the Chainsmokers featuring Daya; at number 4, Cheap Thrills by Sia featuring Sean Paul; at number 3, Cold Water by Major Lazer featuring Justin Bieber; at number 2, Heathens by 21 Pilots; and at number 1, Closer by the Chainsmokers featuring Halsey. Now we're going to watch an album review by Trevor Watson of Headspace by Issues.
Headspace is the most recent album Rise Records released for metalcore band Issues on May 20th of 2016. This band continues to amaze me with its music, ever since they blended the heavy styles of core with the melodic style of R&B back on their Black Diamonds EP. And Headspace continues to blend genres with funk bass and southern riffs. This album covers the topic of love, from the confusions of romance to the love of one's lifestyle, and even the heartbreaks of a broken home and broken communities. Most notably, their song Blue Wall, speaking out against police brutality. Right off the bat, 2 things catch my attention: Tyler Carter's clean vocals and lyrical poetry, and Skylar Accord's bass lines. Tyler brought a change to Rise Records, with vocalization that focuses on being melodic and refined, where bands at the time had this universal feel to them. You could tell what part of the song would be a chorus and when the screams would come in. But with Issues, each song plays off of Tyler, especially in Flojo, when his words dance on the guitars and drums. Skylar, on the other hand, compared to previous albums and EPs, brought the bass to the front. His 2 highlight tracks are the realest, where the breakdown gives him a chance to get slap happy on his lines, and Hero, where the whole song is just a playground for him to put down some funk. In the current post-hardcore world, hearing him bring groove to songs that are in drop C tunings or lower brought a smile to my face. I personally didn't like Blue Wall, not because of the message, but the style is a more grungy metalcore that you would hear a lot from a few years ago. I'm also not a fan of Rank Rider. The instrumentals are great and the chorus is catchy, but the verses kind of lose me. Now, out of all the tracks, it was hard to pick a favorite, but I had to go with Slow Me Down and its intro track, I Always Knew. The song is so emotionally deep. It's based off of one of the members' aunt, who was his best friend, and her husband had cheated on her with someone she knew for years. Tyler singing through her perspective is so chilling, and the instrumentals help drive home the feelings of desperation, confusion, and anger she has. I promise you, if you listen to I Always Knew and Slow Me Down back to back, you will not regret it. Headspace turned out to be a really beautiful album, and I hope you all enjoy it as much as I do. I'm Trevor Watson, and you're watching the Media Outlet.
Thank you, Trevor. I personally hadn't heard about this music before, so I'm definitely excited to listen to it. Next up for music news, we have Cliff Scott, who's going to do a fun fact pack about the most anticipated album being released this fall.
Media Outlet, this is Cliff Scott, and this is a breakdown of Tech 9.
Everyone loving the tech, publishing I get a check. Loving the cities that with me, the people that call me the best. I don't have any regret, but it's a bit of neglect. Missing my babies, I love them and none of them leaving me yet. Feeling good.
Tech 9 is set to release his 17th studio album called The Storm in December of this year. This is his most anticipated album ever. Rumor has it that he plans to have more major collaborations on it from artists such as Chris Brown, Jay-Z, Lana Del Rey, and many more.
We drinking, why you wonder why your woman winking? Trip with us, you're headed for extinction. We just bringing Brinks in to buy the bar, get everybody drinking. People looking salty, must be smoking Jesse Pinkman.
Tech-9 is the #1 independent rapper in the world with the #1 independent record label. So why is it that no one is talking about him? He's done songs with Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, 2 Chainz, B.O.B., Lil Wayne, the list goes on. He's even been on the Forbes list for the past 4 years.
All of this considered, why can't Tech-9 be the GOAT? Sincerely, why can't he be the greatest of all time?
I realize I'm not inviting. You ain't with it, sit it down. I'm a vicious, wicked clown. And I'm livid when the critics give us frowns. Tripping with this sound, yep, I get it now.
The Storm is a follow-up from an album that Tech released in 1999 called The Calm Before the Storm. 17 years later, the storm has finally arrived.
I'm big-headed cause Tech and Nina stay breaded. I get it, the wettest competitive, I just shredded your bettest, the cleverest, the fetish. Call the medic, you dead it. Push and pull your place, that pathetic. Soul and soul, not sympathetic, I'm on a roll. Scheming when seeking, I found a tush. When I blow that kush with a I'm gonna be beaten around the bush. Area, I'm scarier, the malaria, the carrier, the hysteria. I swear it's just nefarious with hairiness, the cherries. But don't tell me to zip it, I'm wicked. Your ladies, they take me in like a whippet. Got a mind of my own, I'm in a zone. I get deep into it like Tech-9 in a song. You can't tell me nothing, I'm in my prime and I'm grown. My homie Nina behind, I still climbing alone. Ill spit, real.
This is set to be the biggest Tech-9 album ever, surpassing previous albums with songs that have went gold and reached tens of millions of views on YouTube. Reporting for Media Outlet, I'm Cliff Scott.
I think it's safe to say I'm a monster. Yeah, because killing is my mantra. Fellas.
Thank you, Cliff. I have grown up listening to Tech-9, so it doesn't surprise me that his album is so anticipated. It's gonna do well. Now it's time for another break. Make sure you stay plugged into the Media Outlet. Welcome back to the Media Outlet. Our final segment is TV news. First up, we will discuss the top 5 most popular TV shows according to IMDb. At number 5, Mr. Robot. At number 4, Game of Thrones, which I think should be number 1 because I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. At number 3, we have Narcos. At number 2, American Horror Story. At number 1, Stranger Things. Now we're going to take it to Erin Wilkins for her TV show review of BoJack Horseman.
Hey guys, it's Erin Wilkins here to tell you about one of my favorite shows of all time, BoJack Horseman. The show is about the once famous BoJack Horseman from the famous TV show Horsin' Around, a hit show back in the 90s. Now, BoJack is a washed-up actor trying to find his way back in the spotlight. He's a conceited individual who thinks he's better than everyone else. He dwells in self-pity, yet wonders all the time whether or not people like him. In season 1, he hires a ghostwriter named Diane to write a memoir about his life. She follows him everywhere he goes, gives him life advice, and even gets caught up in his crazy shenanigans. But of course, she has her own life to live with her new relationship with Mr. Peanut Butter. In season 2, BoJack hits his big break as he gains the role of Secretariat. He also finds a new love interest, an owl named Wanda Pierce. At this point, he has a more positive outlook on life, but this new attitude is causing his career to take a downhill slide. The true question to ask, is BoJack ever really meant to be happy? Last but not least, season 3 is a great big mess of drama, and I absolutely love it. In season 2, BoJack bailed on Secretariat and the director had to use CGI to finish the rest of the film. Although this is true, BoJack may be nominated for an Oscar in his role. The entire season goes through an emotional roller coaster of the horse that is BoJack. From wild parties to old relationships, BoJack is still struggling to find his place in the world when really all he needs is inner peace. I love this show because, number 1, it is completely ridiculous, and instead of telling you, I'll just show you.
The chickens here have wonderful lives before we harvest them so you can eat them.
Are we in love?
Oh,
No, Todd's phone. But I am in love with you.
What?
You abandoned me, and I will never forgive you for that.
And number 2, it tears at your emotions. Sure, this show may be about a washed-up actor who is a horse, but this show talks about deep issues and emotional problems that at some point in a lifetime all sink in the back of our minds.
The hole doesn't get filled. And one day, You're going to look around and you're going to realize that everybody loves you, but nobody likes you. And that is the loneliest feeling in the world.
I know that was a little depressing, but this show can also be enlightening.
Every day it gets a little easier.
Yeah?
But you gotta do it every day. That's the hard part. But it does get easier.
I would give this show a 10 out of 10 because it has a great storyline, characters that I can relate to on an emotional level, and it makes me laugh my butt off. Also, for those of you that are big BoJack fans, the show has been renewed for another season in mid-2017. I hope you love this show just as much as I do. This is Aaron Wilkins with The Media Outlet.
Back in the 90s, I was in a very famous TV show.
Thanks, Aaron. Next up, we're going to pass it to Sydney White for her review over the 2016 Emmys.
Hey guys, Sydney White here to tell you all about the 2016 Emmys. The 68th Annual Emmy Awards took place on Sunday, September 18th at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. Some of Hollywood's brightest stars joined together to celebrate the nominees. Today I'd like to discuss with you all some of the best moments of the 2016 Emmys. Jimmy Kimmel hosted this year's ceremony and did so very well. The Emmys are notorious for running over on time, but Kimmel was able to keep the ceremony under 3 hours. He, of course, did what he does best and made fun of people, even including presidential candidate Donald Trump.
Television brings people together, but television can also tear us apart. I mean, if it wasn't for television, would Donald Trump be running for president? No. He would be at home right now, quietly rubbing up against his wife malaria while she pretends to be asleep.
And that was only the beginning. The jokes kept on rolling throughout the night, which made for a great show. The Emmys was full of memorable moments, like when the cast of Stranger Things handed out PB&Js with notes inside to the audience.
Dear Amy, you're the funniest woman on television. I wish you were hosting the Emmys this year. I'm your #1 fan. Bring back Parks and Rec.
Kate McKinnon had a hilarious acceptance speech for winning the Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series category.
Thank you to the Academy so much. Good sentence. Thank you. Thank you, Ellen DeGeneres. Thank you, Hillary Clinton.
After losing the Emmy for Outstanding Variety Talk Series, we can't forget about the hilarious moment when Jimmy Kimmel's arch nemesis Matt Damon came on stage to taunt the host.
You're not going to get a trophy.
No, I don't get a trophy then. Are you finished? You done?
Wait, who did get a trophy? Who won?
John Oliver, he was just out here. What do you mean?
There were also a lot of great speeches given. First off, after receiving an award for outstanding writing for a comedy series, Aziz Ansari and Alan Yang used their speech to discuss the need for more Asian Americans in TV and film. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
There's 17 million Asian Americans in this country, and there's 17 million Italian Americans. They have The Godfather, Goodfellas, Rocky, The Sopranos. We got Long Duck Dog.
When Jeffrey Tambor won the award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series, he spoke about getting equality for transgender actors.
You people out there, you producers and you network owners and you agents and you creative sparks, please give transgender talent a chance. Give them auditions.
There seemed to be nothing but love being spread around at this year's Emmys. Check out these awesome shout-outs to the important women in these award winners' lives.
And contrary to popular belief, I got the hottest chick in the game rocking my chain. Ryan Michelle Bathay, you make this whole thing go. I love you.
Last but not least, to the woman that rocks my chain, Angela Evelyn Bassett. This one is for you, girl.
The best speech of the night definitely had to go to Sarah Paulson when she won the award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Limited Series for her performance in The People vs. O.J. Simpson. Paulson took the time to honor the real-life attorney and guest for the evening, Marcia Clark.
The more I learned about the real Marcia Clark, not the two-dimensional cardboard cutout I saw on the news, the more I had to recognize that I, along with the rest of the world, had been superficial and careless in my judgment, and I'm glad to be able to stand here today in front of everyone and tell you I'm sorry.
We have definitely got to talk about Game of Thrones and their absolute domination of the Emmys. According to TVGuide.com, Game of Thrones was nominated for 23 Emmys, the most of any show for this year. By the end of the night, the show had collected 3 Emmys, in addition to the 9 it had won at the Creative Arts Emmys, and it broke the record for the most Emmy awarded program of all time, coming in at a whopping 38 total wins. And it still has 2 more seasons to go. We will definitely have to watch out for more Emmy wins from this amazing show. I also just needed to throw in a bit about Mr. Robot star Rami Malek, who won the Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series. He's just so cute. Look at him.
Please tell me you're seeing this too.
I hope you all enjoyed my coverage of the 2016 Emmys. My name is Sydney White, and I'm going to leave you all with a clip of Tori Kelly's amazing memoriam performance at the Emmys. Make sure you all stay plugged in to the media outlet.
The 4th, the 5th, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah.
That's all for today's show. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Kaylin Brown. Be sure to check out our Facebook page to keep up with all of our episodes. Also, check out KNWT on Facebook and Instagram to follow all of our Channel 8 shows. See you next week here on the media outlet where you can plug into all of the entertainment news.